Committee, we have proponents for the bill. First up would be Representative Pat Proctor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Thank you for taking the time to hear this bill. I'm here in two capacities. I represent the people of Leavenworth and Fort Leavenworth here in the House. I'm also the chair of the Joint Committee on Kansas Security, and we've been following the fentanyl and overdose epidemic for several years, and so I wanted to share some insights from that as well. So I'm embarrassed to admit that when I first came here to the House, this fentanyl problem was all around us, and I didn't know anything about it. And I met some of the folks that you're going to hear from today, and they really opened my eyes. And once I saw the problem, I couldn't unsee the problem. In Leavenworth, we have, depending on the year, anywhere from 30 to 50 overdoses in my town, my little town of Leavenworth, and about a dozen of them every year are fatalities, people that could be saved by the administration of naloxone. I hoped that after the closing of the border and the aggressive enforcement of immigration law, that this problem would get better. We had a committee hearing this year or this summer in the Committee on Kansas Security, and the good news is it isn't getting worse, but it ain't getting better either. We still have pretty much the same levels that we had for previous years, and the State Highway Patrol tells us that every year they seize enough fentanyl on our roads to kill every man, woman, and child in the state of Kansas 5 times over. So that's just what they seize. That's not what's actually out on the street. So last year, we brought a bill to the House and to the legislature that we passed out and is now law that removed barriers for law enforcement to carry naloxone because they're frequently the first responder on the scene when there's an overdose and they need to have that in their hands. But we forgot one barrier. One barrier, this stuff's expensive, and especially for small law enforcement agencies in small towns and small counties, it's expensive, and currently by statute, when it expires, they got to throw it away and they got to go get a new one. That expiration date really is not when the naloxone stops being effective. There's tons of studies, you'll probably hear some of it here, that show that the naloxone is effective for years after that expiration date. So this is just another obstacle that we're trying to remove so that law enforcement officers will have that critical drug on hand when they're faced with an opioid overdose. And I want to save plenty of time for the folks that have lived this nightmare, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm available to answer questions at the appropriate time.